So another bizarre little thing I notice about myself that I laugh about, but I don't know how to change it, is that so I can be in very deep thought about things. I can be coming up with all kinds of crazy ideas and like planning all these things I'm going to do, have kind of like sequences in my head of all these things that are going, and then I can like be walking into another room while I'm thinking about all these things that I'm going to do and everything's all in order. And then there's a person that walks through and my head just goes completely blank. And all I can think about is that person. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? What do they need from me? How do I handle being around this person right now? And then, like, it's really hard to get back on that train of thought that was there before. And so, whatever happens in weird social interaction, whatever, it's usually a little awkward because I'm involved. But then, like, when I go back, it's like, I feel like some people have like a train of thought, like starts up and it gets going, but mine's like a roller coaster. Like, like it has to go up this steep incline for a while and then like it runs on inertia. And so like every time it's interrupted by like an unexpected person and has to stop, it's like it goes back up to that like click, 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 click phase, like climbing up the top again. I have to like try and get there again. And hopefully I don't have another person walk through the room and like then I have to start all over again.
Oh, I totally get that too. And for me, uh, in order to even remember what it was that I was about to do, whoever's in the room with me either has to leave the room or I have to leave the room for me to begin my process to remember what it is I was about to do. It's like having that person in the room like almost paralyzes me or something.
Yeah, it's like that. And then like for me, I compare it to I feel like I'm a computer and like I'm in the middle of doing all these complicated processes and then like a person walks in and it's like somebody hits control alt delete and suddenly I like turn to them and I'm a menu and I'm like, "What would you like to do? Please tell me what you want from me now because I can't do anything else until you make a selection."
That's the perfect way to describe it. I've been in situations at work where somebody comes into my area and they're not uh, saying what it is they need or want. So I don't know why they're there. And then I start getting nervous and thinking that they're just in there to see if I'm actually working. So because I can no longer function because they're in there, I would just pretend that I was working and I'd start moving my mouse around and randomly clicking it so it looked like I was busy at work.
I know what you mean by that, like where you're like trying to look busy, but it's not like you're trying to look busy because you weren't busy, but you just can't really think fast enough to figure out what you were doing. But like for me, I get the same kind of feeling when somebody, like if, back in the day when I used to wear a watch, right? Like people would ask me what time it is, and I would look at it and I would feel the pressure so much of them watching me like look at the time. I can't think and I'm like trying, but I want to say it fast enough because I don't want to look like an idiot who doesn't know how to tell time. So, but I get all, I'm like, it's, it's like half past 2.
uh, totally get that. But, when you think about it, though, like, it can be, I don't know, completely frustrating that you put in all that effort to plan out the task from start to finish, and then you even sometimes have to force yourself to get started only to have it all fall apart because of a distraction. It's like, no wonder we're like exhausted all the time.
Exactly. Like it's exhausting and it's mentally draining. And it's one of those things that I know that people will look at me and be like, oh, you're so reclusive or you whatever, like you're not around people a lot, you don't like to go out and do stuff. Or I'm like, you have no idea how much energy it is just to like get through a couple basic tasks for me. Like if you understood, and then when I go places, there's a whole bunch of people, it's like, forget it. I just thinking it's just, I'm just going to be standing there like the manager menu the whole time being like, please make a selection, please make a selection. Like it's just a blank person.